it's Sabrina Runback. Welcome. I know some of you watching it live, so please give me a hashtag live. Some are watching a replay, give me a hashtag replay. So if you have any questions, I'll go back to answer them. So welcome to Freedom Friday. Every Friday, we're talking about a topic about freedom. How do you gain freedom and what's the problem around it? As a healthcare professional, what are we always driven by? Autonomy. Do you really feel like you truly have the autonomy? Do you feel like your patient has autonomy? Is your patient's autonomy hindering or empowering you? Okay, let's dive right into it. So how do we define autonomy? Our ability to make decisions. And as healthcare is reforming, we give more power to the patient because we wanted to provide a lot of patient education, which is a great thing because we wanted to empower them to make the best judgment. However, due to the lack of knowledge, we're the one who actually went to years and years of school of training. Doesn't matter if you're a nurse, you're a pharmacist, a NPPA or a physician, from a chiropractor, optometrist, you got to school. You create a brilliant career. However, the system, instead of saying, I can make a best judgment and give you all the knowledge I have to gather together, now medicine is practiced differently. So something that we might feel is that more documentation, and therefore, because quality care means if you don't document, you didn't provide the care. So do you feel like it's being micromanaged in some way? And what about your team? If you didn't talk to the surgeon, the provider, or you didn't talk to the physical therapist exactly what you want them to help with to make that medical decision, do you feel like that you're just doing it yourself? If there's a medical legal issue, then it's more on you. So what does true autonomy mean to you? Hopefully, if you have an answer, do comment below. Do you feel like when you're at work, even just a nurse, one of my friends told me yesterday that he felt his patient who recently had heart surgery transferred from ICU to step-down unit. And the patient had thought he had a fever. So after getting a set of vitals, he was running 98.8. Not really a bad fever from a recent post-surgical patient. He was scared. He doesn't know that. And despite that, my friend educated him, ensured him that a true fever for us to treat is 100.5. And even at that time, we treat it with Tylenol. We don't just jump right in to get blood cultures and go all the $1 million workup. But it wasn't to the satisfaction of the patient. And the patient was demanding to have it done. And at that time, my friend was able to escalate it to ask the nurse manager and calling the covering provider. And despite that everyone was telling the patient the same thing, he still wasn't happy and he wanted to see the surgeon. So where do you set boundaries there? Clearly you're trying to do the best for your patient by educating them, but they're not taking your advices. So at that time, do you feel like your effort is disrespected, or you feel like you actually did give all that you can? And if you feel like you did give all that you can you also gain freedom to say, I'm not going to worry about this situation. It's actually the patient just being scared and lack of knowledge. So if I provide everything I can for him, the only thing I can do is to comfort him. So at that point, instead of wanting to be so in control all the time, can we allow ourselves to give each other some space, both to your patients, to yourself? So let me know if you're the type of person who always like to be in control and be very flustered if things doesn't go your way. Unfortunately, doesn't matter if it's in life or work, we plan plenty of things, but nothing can act out exactly as we want it. Say when I set expectation, I set goals, I'm able to give myself some buffer room and give my mind a little recovery room. And next, thank you for joining me today. Hopefully you guys can wind down on a Friday and be able to have freedom of the worrying thoughts. And next week, we're going to talk about how to have freedom of time. Have a nice weekend.